And now let's look at radicals with variables. Okay, and then in this case, it's going to be square roots. So let me remind you that the square root of 25 is just 5. But another way to look at that, we know that 25 is 5 squared. We could write it as 25 is 5 times 5. So you can look at this as if I have two factors inside that are the same, because this is a square root, if I have two factors inside that are the same, I can take one of them outside of the radical. Okay, and in this case, what's left in the radical? Nothing. So, when I look at the square root of x squared, let's look at it like this. Let's look at it as the square root of x times x. So 2 of them inside will give me 1 of them outside. Let's look at x to the 4th. I'm going to write down my 4 x's, x times x times x times x. There's 4 of them. 2 of them inside will give me 1 of them outside. 2 more of them inside will give me 1 more of them outside. Now what's x times x? X squared. Let's look at this one, square root of x to the 6th. It's like saying the square root of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So how many groups of 2? 3 groups of 2, right? Because this is a square root. They don't put a 2, but it's a square root. 3 groups of 2 inside will give me 3 x's outside. And x times x times x is x to the 3rd. Okay, so let's look at one more down here, the square root of x to the 10th. And I'm going to do it the long way. I'm going to write out 1, 2, 3. I'm going to write out 10 x's. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 x's. Now, how many groups of 2 do I have inside? Okay, now you probably know how many groups of 2 are in here, which is 5. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 groups of x under the radical will give me 5 outside the radical. And when I put all these together, right, x to the 1st times x to the 1st times x to the 1st times x, I'll have x to the 5th. Okay, so that's the general idea of radicals with variables.